had a great business finance masterclass, and now it's time to transition to learn about business and marketing from Isha.
Hi guys, so right now we are going to talk about business and the stages of business development. But first of all, I have a question for you. So what does business mean to you?
Business is something that you made up by yourself.
That's good.
Something you earn money.
That's amazing. Basically, business is any activity that brings you money. So it don't have to be a big, huge company to call it a business. It don't have to be like a huge factory or enterprise. It's just any type of activity. So for example, if you're an actor, you do an acting business. So right now we're gonna talk about stages on how you can develop your business and very important points that you need to know about it. And then I will have a creative task for you, but it's gonna be later. So let's start. Business development stages. First stage always, it's called, very simple, idea stage. It's actually the process of doing a research. So you're thinking, what you want to do? Okay, so I'm good at this and that, and it would be amazing, for example, to have another ice cream shop near my house, or I want to sell amazing dresses, I'm doing cool art, I want to sell the art. Something like that. So you're doing the research, you are thinking about what you're good at, and then this is very important. You think about what problems exist right now in your reality. For example, you live in a town and there are just a few buses there, the transportation system is very bad, and you're like, okay, I need to create some sort of taxi service because I want to solve this problem of getting somehow to my school. So there is a problem and I'm making the solution. All right, so moving to the next stage. This is called idea validation. So it's all about testing your idea. For example, you want to open a restaurant. So you think, all right, so I want to sell pizza. Do people really want pizza right there? Are there like any Italians? Or they want to eat only burgers or tacos? So you think about your idea and you test it. How you test it? For example, you can ask your family. You can ask your close circle. Asking questions, asking more and more questions to test your idea and to see how people react. People can say, wow, this is amazing, or they can actually tell you something and you will add this to your idea. So this is very important. First, to validate your idea, to ask questions, more questions, doing some interviews about this idea. And then another very, very important step is to protect your idea. So once you realize, all right, coffee shop near my house, this is an amazing idea because my friends, other people whom I asked already, they think that it would be amazing to have another coffee shop at this location. You're like, okay, so my coffee shop will be called, I don't know, like New Espresso. And you need to go and trademark this. Because this is your idea, this is your the title of your company, and you need to have protection of it. Building your dream team. You're thinking, okay, so I need more partners. I need another founder. I need people who will do the execution of this idea. I need, like for example, coffee makers, or I need some contractors to sew my dresses or to build houses. So you think what type of person you need, how many people you need, and you think where you can find them, because you need to gather your team around your business. When you build in your team, you need to have a mission statement. So, why I'm doing this? What drives me? I want to make people feel more energetic each day, and my coffee will, create more superhumans in this world. And this is an amazing mission, so you can find more partners. You can say to your classmate, hey, let's do it together. It's gonna be so amazing. We will create superhumans. You know how? We will sell coffee. This coffee will be amazing. That will give them superpower. That's why people gather in teams, because they believe in the mission. The mission is very, very important, and it must be something that really drives you. That you can, think about it like each morning, each evening, like every day, and you can speak about it for hours. Then you gather your team, you think about your mission, and then you write in a business plan. Business plan should include the problem, so you're solving a problem, you have your team ready, you have your business model, you're selling coffee. You're getting paid by selling coffee, so people buy coffee, and you get in money. This is business model. So only after those steps that I just mentioned, you're creating a business plan. Business plan is very important for you, first of all, because you see all the steps. You need to measure your goals. My honest advice is to do it with some, deadlines. This month, I'm focusing on building my team. This week, I'm focusing on creating my mission. This week, I'm focusing on doing my marketing strategy. So you're creating clear steps and clear goals and deadlines. When are you going to achieve it? This is very important. Positioning means why. If we take this simple example as a coffee shop, why this coffee shop is different from other coffee shops.
Is it possible for coffee just to be healthy or something? Because sometimes,
Yes.
yeah,
Amazing. Yes.
a healthy coffee. So then
Healthy.
something that's
Wonderful.
not bad for kids, because sometimes they can get a bit, there's like caffeine, and then you just get very
Yes.
hyper.
Exactly.
So maybe you can make a color milk, like add colors so if people would like to buy the
Nice.
coffee, because most coffee white milk, and
Yes.
maybe someone wants to have something different.
Of course. Yeah, this is amazing. Any other ideas?
The customer could customize what they want in their coffee.
Okay. Usually customers, they can customize the coffee. So you can choose the milk, you can choose the sort of coffee.
You can customize where you get where the ingredients are from.
Okay, that would be amazing. Kind of like in international coffee shop from coffee all around the world, different colors, and what is most important, healthy coffee. So that's what you do with your team always. So you gather together and think, okay, guys, so let's think how we can develop our product, how we can be better, how we can position ourselves. What else do we need to add to our coffee shop? So you're always testing, analyzing, adding something.
I just want to think, how realistic could it be? Because how are you going to make the colored milk? Like food coloring? Are you sure it's going to put food coloring in a milk?
You can add like food coloring. It will also and the taste, so the milk can taste like other stuff.
Awesome.
What about natural ingredients for the coloring?
Great job. So let's move to the next one. Raising capital. When you have already successful, you think it's successful idea, you have developed your business plan, you have your team, then you go to people, investors who have money, and you pitch them your idea. Hey, I have this amazing idea, I have an amazing team, I have a great positioning strategy, I already developed my mission statement, I know my market, I know my market size, so I need $10 million to get started. I can give you shares in my company, you can earn money with me after that. Are you willing to join us? Building a business is always thinking about raising a capital. We adding a person into our team. So if we move to our coffee shop project, we need some investors who already know someone or know a lot about coffee industry, who can bring healthy coffee colors or milk colors to our company, who can, move our project to Asia, to Europe, to Japan, to different countries. So someone who has not just like a large sum of money, but also something else, something valuable for our company.
Then how should we exactly persuade them just to invest in our company, really? Do we need to persuade them in a way?
You develop a list of investors you think that might be interested in investing, let's say, in coffee shop. So they might already work in food business. You approach these investors. You need to develop a relationship. You need to know the person first, and then make them interested in your idea. And then, like in a perfect scenario, they will ask, "Oh, you have such a cool project. I want to invest."
So for our company, New Espresso, couldn't we get popular companies like maybe Sprouts and like put up ads? If they let us put ads in their shop, could
Wow.
they put ads in our shop so it'd be fair?
Exactly. Go-to-market strategy is all about how you enter the existing market. And this is the perfect example what you can do in our case. MVP stage. MVP means minimum viable product. In our case, it doesn't have to be a coffee shop, like a physical coffee shop. We can create just samples, coffee samples, and go and test it. So you need to be like crystal clear about everything. Your idea, your strategy, your product. Your product needs to be like perfect. Perfect. You know that this is the perfect product, the ideal product for my customer, because I tested with my MVP. Go-to-market strategy is basically defining how we enter the existing market. We think about partners, we think about marketing opportunities, we think about all the strategies that we might have, what we need to do in this case. So our customer is a customer who cares about health. So where we can find this customer, maybe yoga classes, maybe some vegan restaurants, maybe some gyms where people were hiking.
For hiring people for our business, could we hire people who can speak different languages like European, Spanish, Asian, but more specifically Chinese, Japanese?
The problem might be that if we go with multiple markets, it's gonna be like really hard. So we're focusing on Spanish, on European, on Japanese, on I don't know, like American, Mexican market. So we need to start small, and then we can grow and grow and grow. So we test in one market, then move into another market, then to another market, because each market is different. I would say start with one market, test everything, and then you can move to another one.
If you want to promote your product,
Okay.
Should you just increase sales from your existing customers, or should you just also get new customers from your competition? Like, what should you do to promote your product?
You can work with existing customer, and you can also think about how you can promote your product to another audience. Analyzing your audience first, thinking about what kind of strategy you go, what kind of value you can give to your competitors' clients. If you want to get customers from another coffee shop, you need to think about what is the value that is different from that coffee shop, and I can give it to them.
Okay.
For our loyal customers, could we start a rewards program or an app where you can register your purchases and get free drinks, like for like a certain amount of purchases?
Of course, this is an amazing marketing strategy. This is an amazing feature that I think that every company should have.
How do you like keep your customers, like not lose them to another?
Yes, this is an amazing question. This metric called LTV, lifetime value. So this is the metric how you can measure the success of your business, is how many times this customer returns, right? So giving a loyalty program to your customers and some rewards for their actions, it can increase the LTV like really good.
In this stage about the go-to-market strategy, should we worry about the profit right now? Should we just worry about the profits?
Of course, we need to pay attention to every metric Yeah, but I would say care more about the quality of your product. The next step is launching. So we are opening our coffee shop. We're doing a ribbon cutting, we're doing an event, inviting some celebrities, influencers who can post on their social media, some media to write about our coffee shop. So we think about launching strategy. And this is a very important thing, guys. You need to think about launching like at least 3 months ahead of time, because you need to approach journalists, approach influencers, finding the best way to launch and do an event, doing the event production, gathering all the guests, promoting this launch. Hey, this is going to be an amazing event. This Saturday is going to be the best Saturday in your life because you will finally find the healthiest coffee on earth.
For the coffee shop, couldn't you make drinks for vegans like with all natural ingredients? And couldn't you buy commercials for like basketball games, football games, baseball games, even soccer games, and get apps to launch your commercials on there?
Sports influencers, they're so big, right? Like millions of followers, and people do trust them. So their credibility is that kind of credibility that we need.
I understand about the promoting everything, how you just
Okay.
promote it with the discount and then just promote it to other athletes and then in the sports and everything. But I'm just wondering, let's just say we sell our coffee, right? But then what about the products that we make, just use the coffee, like the coffee beans and everything? Wouldn't it run out? And then about the coffee beans and everything, aren't there things called imported goods and exported goods from other countries that we use just to make the coffee?
Some people, they partner with other factories, let's say it like that, or with other partners who do a supply. You deciding it before launching. So what kind of partners do you need for supply chain or for marketing or for some, technical development? If you're working in IT industry, do you need to hire developers, or do you need to partner with some technical company or with the agency? It's all when you're building your team, when you're building your partnerships and everything.
When you get all the people, can you then make up the name for your coffee store, or you have to do it first time, beginning?
I would say for MVP, so when you're testing your product, I would say for that stage it would be better to have a name, but you're still in a testing mode. You can always change it. You can see how people react, but for launch event you need to have a name because you're promoting your brand. Your name is your brand. So you need to have a name to give it to athletes. You need to have a name to give it to media, to influencers. So they start saying this name multiple times.
When you buy ingredients from the farmers, the milk, the cocoa beans, the demand's gonna get higher and higher the more you grow the business. So they're gonna raise the prices because they know you're gonna keep on buying it. So to save money, could you open your own factory where you grow your own ingredients?
Yes. So we can start by working with partners. We can just focus on one revenue stream, just selling coffee, and then we can open our factory and selling also not just coffee but coffee beans. We can sell coffee beans for our customers. We can sell our coffee beans to other businesses. So it's going to be like another revenue stream. You need to raise another round of funding, because if you want to put a factory, and increase your income, develop your business, you need to raise another round. So we project that if we build our own factory, we can build another coffee shop because we have more supply coming to our coffee shop. So you already have traction, you already have money coming, you already have a tested revenue stream, you already have an operating business. And I think only then you can go and try to raise more money to build a factory.
For the coffee shop, should we be selling shares?
You always have to think about exit strategy. Okay, in 5 years, we're gonna go on IPO. 1 million shares. I have 10% of these shares. It's like 100,000. And if one share costs $20, this is how much money I would make from $1 million. So this is a perfect example how you can explain to the investor how we can earn money together. Because we're going to IPO, we can make our business public and you will get this much money because you own this percentage of shares.
Also, can you make like a symbol for your store so you can draw on the cups that you give out?
Yes, that would be really nice actually, and it's all about brand awareness and brand positioning. Also, it could be another revenue stream that we can sell merch, like let's say T-shirts with this symbol, hats with this symbol, or maybe create a creature even, like a toy. So let's define for our team, if we moving forward with this coffee shop, who is gonna take the executive position, who is going to be in charge of product.
So technically for a quant, I don't know if it's really necessary for a coffee shop, but technically a quant is where someone uses mathematical and statistical methods just to see whether this business can work out, whether you can make a profit out of it, whether this business would work, whether you can just sell everything, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's what a quant technically is. So you're using statistics to see. I'll just take the position of quant.
I would say it's called CFO, Senior Financial Officer.
Okay, then I'll take that.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
I'd like prevent us from like losing customers and get us like more customers.
You can be a head of strategy or a head of client relations.
I might be the greeter. Like whenever someone comes in, I say, "Hello, welcome to a coffee shop," or something.
I would be the person who colors the stuff like milk, and maybe will color the coffee if someone would like.
So you're gonna be a head of design.
I will be the CMO.
Nice, yes.
And I will
CMO.
focus on promoting, creating strategies for promoting the business, testing different ones and testing different markets and seeing
Exactly.
who actually wants the coffee.
And you will guys work together, CFO and CMO, because sales and marketing, they aligns, you need to be on point.
I think I should be the designer for commercials or ads.
I think that you're bigger than that. I would say a head of strategy department.
Well, I don't know if I should choose this, but I'm just the one just gonna make the coffees.
A head of product. See, we have it. So you will start on your own, and then we'll hire a team, and you will manage this team, like making sure that everything is done correctly. This is amazing, guys. I'm so impressed, really.
We have learned so much today from business, finance, and marketing. And now it's time to transition. So our participants will be learning authentic Wang Chong from Master Clark Tank.
Hello, everybody. Today, we continue what we learned. Tell me, who invented Wing Chun?
A woman?
A woman. Was it Wing Chun for a stronger or for a weaker person?
Weaker.
Yes, so look at you guys, huh? You think big guy come in, you think you can beat them? You can't. But remember, there's a certain move that we did today, right? So it's not about strength to strength. So you gotta use your head. You gotta be smarter. Every time that we here to practice, we have to do our routine. Our routine is called Silam Pao, called starting with a little small idea, okay? Everybody ready? Feet together, bow, hands back, get into Ichi Kem Jama, Open. Let's do. You block, hit at the same time. So, in this movement called tanda. Tanda. Yes. Good.
1,
Good. Follow her.
3, 4, 5,
Good.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Yes. Except you punch this way.
5,
Yes. Good.
7, 8, so 9.
See? Whoa. See that? Very effective. So if somebody hits you, that's it. Very simple. So Wing Chun was created by a woman. It's for a weak person. Look at you guys. Let's say a big guy come in, you think that you have strong enough? You can't. That's why perfectly Wing Chun made for you guys. Now, this is the routine we want to do. It's called choma. That means shifting. So when you see the force coming at you, you shift. Let's shift like this. Shift, shift. So everybody shift this way. Everybody, good. Shift this way, good. That way, that way. This is called shifting. If I push you, see? Oh my God, see? That's what it is all about. Let's do shifting. Let's go. Shift.
1,
2.
3, 4, 5.
Today, we learn a lot, but there are 3 important things that we learn. First, we learn the first form, Silom Tao. We do it over and over and over again. Second, we learn Tanda, deflection and hitting at the same time. We learn Choma, shifting. Remember, we don't fight force. If somebody push you, don't push him back. You know that he's stronger, so what do? You shift, right? You guys have a warrior spirit. That's all we practice, okay? Again, Wing Chun is everyday like life. Whatever you do, wherever you are, think about Wing Chun and you'll be fine. Until next time.
Today was such a fun, exciting day, and our students learned so much. They really opened up at the end of this, and we are so looking forward to next episode and to see what mentors we will have and what they will learn next time. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next episode.